Welcome back to the St. John Speed Shop, fellow modelers. Put in the effort, made a few mistakes, but the 55 Chevy Bel Air Gasser by Monogram is done, and I am mighty happy with it. This is an easy build. Only had a few minor issues. I think I'd put this in the beginners list, playlist regardless. And we'll get into those in a minute, but I am very happy with the way this thing turned out. With that, we can get it rotating. Show you guys this. Now, in a couple of areas, I guessed wrong on that taping off the white paint for the base color for the white stripes. Yeah, here, white paint showing past the flag. And here, some of the stars are metallic. That's about it for that side. Some of the decals are spares from the stash, such as the flag and the general patent name on top. I've been waiting a long time to use those on something. And a little bit of white paint showing here and then in here, but overall, I'm happy with the look of this build. This came out nice. I almost didn't use the front piece here. I don't know what it's called. But I'm like, nah, something's missing. So I was going to paint it black. Nah, maybe the body color. Didn't like that either. So what you see here, red, white, and blue with a couple of star decals out of the spares. Done. And I'm very happy with that look. One of the issues I had with the kit is the chassis makes very little contact with the body. The only place to glue it is right between the frame and the body up front. That's the only place you can really get some glue in. Other than that, it just sits on there. Not a little bit snug enough to hold it in place, sitting on a shelf, but it'll easily pop off, so you'd have to be careful. But this thing turned out fantastic. I'm very happy with it. There's stars out of the spares as well. Let's get a closer look at the flag on top. I think old Blood and Guts himself would be happy with the tribute, with the possible exception of Babe Ruth and John Wayne. My dad made sure I knew who George S. Patton Jr. and Audie Murphy were long before any celebrities. Now let's get under this hood. That came out nice. The battery's supposed to go on the back of the firewall there on the left, but before I understood that, I put that decal there. I liked that decal. I didn't want to cover it up, so I moved the battery to the back of the radiator support wall, and that looks fine. And this kit did not come with the power booster or master cylinder, so I dipped into the spares, a little bit of brass rod attached to it, drill a hole in the firewall, bam, we got that installed, and it looks better than a big blank spot. I'm happy with that. I put the moon tank in there behind the grill just because. Now let's flip this over without falling apart. And it came out nice, plenty of color, plenty of chrome. These wheelie bars were a very loose fit. Super glue would have had a hard time holding them in place, so I wrapped the base of them in tape, painted it black, and super glued them in there. The tape snugged up the fit nice, so that's taken care of, and that was the only issue I had with the kit. As far as parts fit, that was a real loose fit. You know, them front seats, like I mentioned in another video, they were a weird fit. But hot glue took care of that. And a loose fit of the chassis. Yeah, I didn't care for that, but what are you going to do? But it's staying in place. It'll look good on the shelf. And this one's super glued in, but it's still loose. I have to do something with that. Maybe we'll just leave it alone. It ain't bad. But easy build. I really enjoyed it. I had fun cutting loose with the paint. Now, I only get this wild on gassers. I really like doing gassers because you can really cut loose and have fun. I would recommend this kit for a beginner, no problem. That's about it for this build. I'm going to shut my trap and get back to the next build, which is already well underway. With that is one more build for the shelf, and onward goes this styrene thing of ours. You guys have a good one. I am out of here. Adios.